Hi there, and thank you for joining me as we get back to school with Smart Class. My name is Melissa. I'm part of the pedagogical team at Robotel, and today we really want to focus on getting you prepped for the new school year, making sure you're confident, ready to go, and feel that Smart Class is there and is preparing you and your students for a great year of success. Today's focus is going to be on assessment. So really trying to break out of the box of that traditional assessment, that traditional testing, and really focus on real world assessments, because answering a multiple choice test is not going to prepare your students for speaking in a real world situation. So we're really looking to reduce what you as the teacher have to prepare and maximize what your students are able to produce as they're practicing and learning a new language. So wanting to really focus in on our assessment and making sure they are beneficial, giving the students the practice, not the practice, but the real goal setting that they need in order to make progress. So how are we going to do that? We're going to do that by increasing their ability and interaction with their interpretive communication. So one way that we can do that with the platform is with the AI conversation activities. So what's so great about them is that we can take materials or any of our speaking activities, actually take real world examples, whether it's a menu or a podcast or a news article, real true to life artifacts that students would be engaging with, so that they're really applying the language in a way that's meaningful, not simply running from an old version of a textbook, having practice with conversations or topics that aren't meaningful, that they're not going to be able to apply right away outside of the classroom. So we want them to be interpreting real artifacts, getting real practice, speaking, listening, and engaging in the language in a more meaningful way. So something to keep in mind when using our Smart Class activities, that you can really utilize that stimuli as a way to engage students in something that's more of interest, more on topic, more up to date, to improve their interpretive skills. Interpersonal communication is another important focus for speaking. So when do you have the time in your day to get students speaking? If you could spend all day, it would be great. However, there is limited time, very limited opportunity for them to get that speaking practice, get really detailed feedback. So something that we can do is offer, this is an example of our open recordings that are graded by AI in our English content within Smart Class. And what's so great about this is we are allowing students to practice freely speaking on a topic. So they're really not just listening and repeating or filling in a word that was missing, but really focusing on the task. Here they're listening to a portion and needing to determine the correct tense for this grammar focus. So getting students speaking, listening, and applying that grammar focus, for example, and being able to practice that. And with our open recordings, what's so great is that they're automatically graded. So not only are students going to be able to see their score and even replay their recording, but they're able to get very detailed feedback and detailed feedback on how they did and what they could do better in order to improve that communication skill. So any recording activity where they're able to just practice their speaking, analyze, and speak freely on a topic is really going to get them producing in a language in a way that they're not able to do outside of a digital application. Another great thing is our presentational activities. So presenting, what adult even likes to present? I think that's still the number one biggest fear, is speaking in front of a crowd. So how great, this is an example of a video activity that students are recording, not only their audio, but they would open up their video recording. And here again, it's that real true to life practice, that pretend they're in a restaurant and they have to give the name of the restaurant and talk about what they would see on the menu and the experience. So really applying a true to life real task that they could easily step out of the classroom and be using those words in their daily life. So a presentational activity such as this really allows them to not be fearful of standing in front of a group, potentially making mistakes, but here they could record, they could review their own recording before they submitted that activity, so that they were proud of their work and giving a lot of thought and reflection for that assessment piece. So something better, a nice offering instead of, again, spending the time. Can you imagine? And I did this too as a teacher. You need students to present. So students are presenting one at a time, and think of how much time it takes to get each student their presentation time. Whereas here with this activity, you could have all students presenting at the same time, giving that recording, practicing that communication, and providing you with a great assessment on those skills that you'd been talking about. What's a way we can do this? Well, we have to scaffold that instruction, because we can't just throw an assessment at them without them being supported and learning those skills, those communication skills, that new vocabulary, those grammar concepts. So we could use our curriculum overview for that. So if you're choosing a topic, we were just looking at menu items. So chapter 2, if there's something specific, you can look through that content and select the activities and the chapter and the section that's important for you for that assessment, in order to quickly pinpoint what activities are important and level what chapter is important for that assessment piece. Another great tool to use is our activity builder. So the activity builder, again, in thinking about the instruction that you need to provide so that you're going to be able to give that more meaningful assessment, that activity builder is going to help you create activities to engage students in that new vocabulary, in that new grammar concept, so that they're able to build confidence, have that necessary practice and repetition, so that once it comes to assessment time, they feel confident that they've been engaging in activities and building their confidence, so that they're able to communicate clearly with confidence and not struggle at the end without enough practice. So that activity builder is so great, because it's such a time saver, and it's going to give the students those opportunities to really learn those skills throughout the topic. Those AI conversation activities, so they're so great. It's such great practice. So if you could choose to use this as an assessment, or again, it's great practice as students are learning and engaging with a new topic. So what's so great about them, and it's truly giving them that conversation practice, engaging them in those listening and speaking skills to develop, really hone in on that vocab and grammar that they had been learning throughout the instruction. And not only are they able to get a score for that, but that they're able to see that very detailed feedback that's generated by AI. And what's so great is you as the teacher, yes, AI is engaging them and giving them a score, but you as the teacher can also go in, check out that conversation, look at that score, add points if you feel it's beneficial, add additional feedback to the student's activity, so that you're really having that personal touch to that practice. Or again, if you decide to use it as an assessment, it's just great, because again, it's giving them that real world practice in a scenario that is meaningful and beneficial for them, so that they find the value in practice in learning that new language. So how are we going to start the new year with confidence? If you're really focusing on trying to change your assessment, then the best way to do that is to design backwards. So what I mean is if you say, you know what, I really want to change my assessment type. So, it doesn't make sense to have some vocab quizzes, but in the end, a cumulative assessment piece, if you're wanting to include more speaking, different interactions with students, then you would plan that assessment first, and then step back and then do the activities around that assessment, so that each activity that you're planning has real purpose and is really getting to that end goal that the students are going to be confident come assessment time. Another option would be to create the rubric with your student. Let them understand what the expectation is. Tell them not to stress, but to really focus on being understood, to that comprehension piece, that as long as they're understood, that's the goal. No one in real life, if they went to a restaurant, the waiter is not going to not take their order if they didn't say everything correctly. It's about being understood and completing that task. So help design a rubric with the students so they understand the focus and they feel confident. And then when it comes time to grading and providing that feedback, make sure that they understand, and you have to change your mindset a bit, that it's not about chasing that 100% for a score, that it really should be a focus on growth, that students can feel of their work, the practice time they put in, the reflection they've had on their work, so that they're able to see a difference in what they were able to say and understand at the beginning of the section or unit, what they're able to accomplish by the end, so that they feel value of that time, effort, that they really can take ownership and be more inspired to continue the great that you set for them, and in co-designing those rubrics, in making that assessment meaningful. There's some things that are great ideas to get your school year started right, and to make sure that those assessments are providing real measuring that student growth that you're wanting to see. So I hope that that was beneficial for you. You're a current customer and have any questions or feedback, please reach out to us at training@robotel.com. Or if you're new to Smart Class, reach out at, thank you.